Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 News at 11.
Good evening. Storms hit us pretty hard today as we take a live look over mid-Michigan. Thank you for watching TV5 News at 11. I'm Rachel McCrary. Cameron Riddle and Elena Holland are off tonight. But joining me here at the desk, TV5 meteorologist Dan Drew. And Dan, we got hit with some pretty wet weather today. Is that going to continue all week, or are we clear?
Well, luckily there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, so we're headed in the right direction. But we have seen some trouble spots, especially if you were in the thumb. Here's a look at a few of our viewer photos this evening. Now, Lauren sent us this one in, and she was actually in Linwood, and this was when the storm was over Pinconning. So before it became severe, just to the north of the thumb. And well, you could see the rain shaft out over the water. Now, as we move south to Buena Vista Township, Jennifer sent in this beautiful picture here. You know, rain isn't all that bad. Sometimes you get a rainbow out of it, and that's exactly what happened here. Now, our final picture, that's going to be from Tammy. This was taken in Sebewing after the storms had moved through as well. So again, not all storms bring bad things. However, we have seen some storm reports to date, and out in Caseville, we've seen about 51-mile-an-hour wind gust measured at the Caseville Lighthouse, and that was about 5:30. Now, we also saw some dime-sized hail that fell for about 10 minutes out there in Caseville. Now, in Harbor Beach, we saw half-inch diameter hail, and that was right around 6:30 as that storm moved through. And then down in Lapeer around Columbiaville, we did have some trees and some power lines down near the area. So some of this has created havoc, but things starting to change for the better. We'll time out when that rain is gone for good and when our temperatures start to decrease a little bit too. That's all coming up in your First One 5 hour-by-hour forecast. Rachel?
Thanks, Dan. Developing tonight, one local store had a rough morning after a minivan drove right into it. Here's a look at the scene from overnight. It happened at the 7-Eleven on the corner of Columbus and South Burney Street in Bay City. Luckily, no one was injured, but still no details on how this crash happened or if anyone will face charges. We spoke with Cindy Glodell, who says she stops at this 7-Eleven every day for her morning coffee.
I was just totally surprised. I don't even know how they could manage to come up from where the driveway is to hit the door.
Yeah. Luckily, the store is still open for business. At new tonight, drunk driving fatalities are declining across Michigan, but drug driving deaths are on the rise. The Detroit Free Press reports over the past decade, fatal drunk driving crashes across the state are down 36%, while those caused by people impaired by drugs has risen 263%. A trend police blame on prescription drugs, the opioid epidemic, and the availability of marijuana. Last year, drug drivers caused 127 crashes that killed 141 people. That's still less than the 165 crashes caused by drunk drivers that killed 176 people. But again, the trends are heading in opposite directions. And it was a busy day on the airwaves for the White House's new director of communications, Anthony Scaramucci. Hit the political talk shows today saying that he plans to get the administration back on track. And for him, that includes getting staffers who have leaked information back under control, issuing a warning to them on today's Face the Nation.
I'm not going to make any prejudgments about anybody on that staff. If they want to stay on the staff, they're going to stop leaking.
One of those leaks revealed the president asked his advisors about the power to pardon himself and his staffers. President Trump's family and associates are facing increased scrutiny as part of the Russia investigation. And still unfolding, San Antonio authorities responded to a horrific scene Sunday morning after 8 undocumented immigrants were found dead inside a tractor trailer, and at least one more died at the hospital. Officials believe it was a human smuggling operation gone horribly wrong. Danielle Nottingham reports from Los Angeles.
A search helicopter buzzed over a field near a San Antonio Walmart Sunday, where 8 people were found dead inside this tractor trailer. Several others were found in extremely critical or very serious conditions. Police believe they uncovered a human trafficking ring.
Our paramedics and firefighters found that each one of them had heart rates over about 130 beats per minute, which again, they were very hot to the touch. So these people were in that trailer without any signs of any type of water. So you're looking at a lot of heat stroke, a lot of dehydration.
Police found at least 39 people, many in their 20s and 30s, packed inside the trailer that had no air conditioning as temperatures soared past 100 degrees during the day and remained in the 90s at night.
It's really heartbreaking for people to be left out there like that to die.
Authorities received a tip about the trailer from a Walmart employee.
He was approached by someone from that truck who was asking for water.
Authorities are still searching for more people believed to be undocumented immigrants who escaped the trailer on foot and in cars.
Checking the video from the store, we found that there were a number of vehicles that came in and picked up a lot of the folks that were in that trailer that survived the trip.
The victims are believed to have died from heat exposure and asphyxiation. Authorities say the driver of the van is in custody and will be charged. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News.
Some relief today for residents dealing with the Flint water crisis as we head into day 1,185. This morning, the Family Missionary Baptist Church on DuPont Street gave 12 lucky people a $50 voucher to pay their water bills and gave another 100 people some household goods. And you can always find the latest on the Flint water crisis in the special section of our website, WNEM.com. A church that serves a key role in helping those affected by the water crisis is in need of its own help, and it's turning to the TV5 Rescue Squad to get the word out. Lincoln Park United Methodist Church in Flint is raising money to keep its doors open. The church says due to economic reasons of some of its members, it's having trouble making ends meet. The church serves as a soup kitchen and a water distribution site. We'll bring you continuing coverage of this story throughout the week, and if you would like to donate, we'll have a link on our hot links at WNEM.com. And new tonight, a local restaurant is giving thanks to its community the best way it knows how, by giving out free food. TV5's Cody Kaczynski was there as hundreds lined up for a chance at free pizza.
I love pizza, any kind of pizza, any size, any flavor.
But if Debbie Sherrill absolutely had to choose her favorite, it'd be the free kind. She was the first in line to grab a free personal pizza, and hundreds followed her lead. Burton's Happy's Pizza gave away a total of 350 mini boxes today to thank their local customers.
Today was about a lot more than just giving away free pizza. It was a way to give back to the community.
Everybody's coming together to take advantage of the free pizza here in Flint, and we usually don't have things like this that happen, so it's pretty cool that it's happening here.
And their employees couldn't agree more. And that's how they came up with the idea for a community day.
It's about time to give back to our community, thank them for coming out, seeing us, supporting us, and helping us move forward.
Debbie Sherrill says the wait was well worth it. And by the look of the pizza, we'd all have to agree.
And how long have you been standing out here for?
Only 45 minutes for this happy pizza for a happy free one.
Reporting in Burton, Cody Kaczynski, WNEM TV5.
The 50th anniversary of the most devastating event in our state's history is upon us. Still ahead, we'll take a look back at what the 1967 riots meant to our state's biggest city. And Amazon is known for giving discounts, but coming up, find out why those discounts might not be as good as you think. Now here's Dan.
The weather in 5 words this evening: cool and not as humid. That's what's looking forward for tomorrow. But how long does that manage to last? I'll let you know coming up in your first 1 5 7-day forecast.